Welcome to the Seoul bouldering scene, where dynamic moves are a must, and you'll find plenty of dynos in the hundreds of gyms here. Although this isn't what many would call traditional climbing, it definitely demands skill and coordination and certain strengths. Now, is this climbing or parkour? Does it matter? I guess that's still up for debate. It is fun though. And the gyms here are so beautiful. Just look at this. Amazing. So welcome to another vlog here in Seoul, South Korea. I checked out a gym a bit further away. It's called The Climb in Yeonnam. I came in the afternoon to meet up with some friends, and it was quite busy, as you could see. But a lot of cool problems in here, and I was feeling good. I was feeling good until this problem, because I didn't show it, but I actually hurt my ankle. Started off with my first dynamic climb, my first dyno. And attempted some others. I am trying to get better at slab climbing, so I make sure to hop on a bunch of slabs when I can, at a similar level that I'm climbing. Sometimes it's very confusing. As you can see on this problem, I didn't know where to put my feet really, but I eventually figured it out. It's crazy how much easier a climb gets when you actually figure out the right foot placement. And then I returned to this dynamic problem because it was haunting me after it hurt my ankle. It was actually my left ankle that ended up getting hurt. And then another sort of slab problem that required some finger strength with a bunch of crimps along the way. And I tried to be conscious of my foot placement and even tried to do a drop knee there, but the angle of the wall was really pulling my body down. I guess I could have got closer to the wall, which was my mistake, and I should have brought my left foot higher. I would have been able to get the top, if so. A lot of these things I notice afterwards when I look at the footage, which is another good reason why it's good to record while you're climbing. Oh, this was actually... I attempted this problem a bunch of times. And I was confident towards the end, but then I realized it required a little more balance. And I returned to this problem, which you can attempt in many ways. I saw people slowly climb the way through. But I did do this problem once before, but this was a better approach, a better form. Amy's hilarious with her commenting. And after that gym, I came on a Tuesday to a new gym called Sonsangwon Climb. Well, a new gym for me. Sonsangwon Climb in Euljiro. And this gym is really cool because it has a specific, I'd say, training area for dynamic moves, which you could see right there. Started off with stretching and working on some easier problems, getting my body used to the wall, as always. I like to count this as kind of stretching and even getting my body used to bending the limbs. And my ankle wasn't fully healed from the previous session, but I still wanted to climb here. Because after this month, I'm actually going to Japan to try the climbing gyms in Tokyo, B Pump specifically. And I want to try some new Korean gyms before I head that way. So this was one of the gyms that were on my mind because I see it pop up a lot in on Instagram. And actually, this is a Sonsangwon branch, and Sonsangwon in Gangnam was the first gym I've ever climbed in. And this is a very similar style. So again, just warming up and leveling up. Getting my body and my brain working. It was a pretty empty gym because I came right when they opened, which is actually my favorite time to come. I feel a little bit pressured when it's a crowded gym and a bunch of people are waiting for their turn. So in the back of my head, I'm always like, oh, I gotta do this quicker so everyone can get a try. And I don't really take my time. So here's the dynamic problem here. Oh, you have to get speed, which they mark little icons on the top of the difficulty of how fast you should be running. The brown one, I actually ended up getting. I wanted to do the other ones, but my body was getting exhausted, and I didn't want to spend my whole gym time doing this practice. And I didn't even have enough energy to get the brown on the dyno, which I'm sure if I stuck at it more, I would have been able to get it. But I had to be conscious of my time, not only my time with my energy, but also the time with my camera, because I only have one battery and it lasts about 4 hours before it cuts out completely. And it was already halfway drained by the time I was done with the dynamic training. I went into this gym thinking that I can get the highest level on the running one, which I probably could have if I tried another hour of it. But keep in mind too, my ankle was not feeling so great, and the worst thing I could do is trip while I'm up there, which I actually seen that happen to somebody, where they trip and fell and hurt myself further, and then ruin a bunch of climbs in the future. So I think I did a pretty good job of taking care of myself while still doing some risky climbs. This is another dynamic problem that turned into a very slabby problem, which required a lot of flexibility. And I was pretty much running through it. I wasn't supposed to put my foot there. It actually touched another hold. But I didn't end up sending this anyway. And I just go, once I release my foot, I just always end up falling off this problem, which I fell on my heel a bunch of times. I do wish, like, even though it's my first time attempting these problems, sometimes I leave the gym and I'm like, ooh, I feel better today. I want to go back and try these problems. You could see I'm exhausted. especially from the running. I did that for like an hour, the running dynamic problem. But yeah, I wouldn't. I'd want to come back to these gyms and try the problems again, but then I'm missing out on trying the other gyms. There's so many gyms here in Seoul, and I always want to try new ones. And this is another problem with the same gray difficulty, which is the third hardest, I believe, in this gym. And attempted this one more time before I fully gave up. See you guys next week.